you. Okay, so welcome everyone. Thank you so much for attending our March break open house virtual session. So hopefully some of you are planning on coming to campus this Saturday, March 18th. We will have our open house from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. to give you a chance to explore campus, get to see our buildings, tour all the different things that you might not have the chance to tour on the weekends for the rest of the year, other than at our open houses. And just to give you an opportunity to talk to other students or the programs that you're thinking of going into, and some professors that could be teaching you if you decide to come join us in environment. So yeah, this session is just meant to be a bit of an overview of environment, just to give you a better idea of what we're all about and to let you know, so you can figure out if it's somewhere you would like to spend the next 4 or 5 years of your life. So my name is Jamie. I'm the recruitment coordinator. And I'm the person that you can reach out to with any questions related to the application or admissions process. If it's something that's very specific to admissions, I will put you in touch with the right people to answer those questions. So nothing too technical, but I can definitely put you in touch with those people. And today, though, I'm going to have Hannah Brunel, so you can see her on the screen there. Hannah is one of our co-op students this term, so she will be leading the session today, but I will be behind the scenes answering the question and answers. So I'll get into that in a minute, but we do have a Q&A button there. So if something comes up while we're going through the information, just pop the question in there and I will be answering it on the back end there. I might just tell you to email it if it's a very specific question. Always feel free to get in touch with us. We'll put that information on the last screen here. One thing I forgot to mention is you probably recognize Hannah from The Scoop if you've seen that. So The Scoop is on Instagram, on our Instagram channel, and that's where Hannah will go around our environment buildings, talk to different environment students, just to give you an idea of what it's like to be part of the Faculty of Environment. So if you haven't already, I encourage you to look that up. It just gives you a little sneak peek into what it's like on campus in environments. Yeah, so that information, as I mentioned, that contact information and the links or names of our social media will be found on that last slide. So hang around till the end. But before we begin, we acknowledge that we live and work on the traditional territory of the Neutral, Anishinaabe, and Haudenosaunee peoples. The University of Waterloo is situated on the Haldeman Tract, land promised to the Six Nations that includes 10 kilometers on each side of the Grand River. Okay, so I kind of mentioned a little bit of what's coming up, but just to give you an idea. So we'll just go over basic information about our programs, just basic environment information, I guess, that you should know before making your decision. Then we'll get into what it's like in the classroom and beyond. So different experiences that happen outside of the classroom, but I'll let Hannah expand on that in a bit. And then just what it's like to be part of the environment community. What's it like to be a student in our environment buildings? And then, of course, finances. I'm sure that's something on everyone's mind, how you can pay for not only your first year, but your entire time at Waterloo. But we'll go over some scholarships that are open to you as an incoming first year student. And then we'll give you a chance to ask any questions. So as I mentioned, I'll be answering those questions in the chat as I get them. But if you don't get an answer right away, we will address them at the end. And then it's just a final chance to ask that question too. If something comes up at the end, you just want to see if it will be answered before then. And as I mentioned, and I will put this in the chat, hopefully we can share it, but just in case, always feel free to email us at that email that will be on the final slide of the presentation. Okay, and now over to you, Hannah.
Okay, so I'd like to start with a poll. I want to know, why are you interested in studying in one of Environment's programs? So we actually have set up this poll system. I don't know if you guys have used Mentimeter before, but if you go to menti.com and you put in this code that's at the top of the screen here, you can let us know why you're interested in studying in one of Environment's programs. Jamie is going to share her screen so that we can see everyone's answers coming in. It's all anonymous, but if you guys want to put that in, the code is 71131314. So I'm excited to see what everyone has as their answers for it. And then, yeah, we can get going after this. So I'll stop sharing my screen, and then we'll see the Mentimeter on Jamie's.
Okay, and they're starting to come in. So, okay, geometric. Anything else that drew you to environments and made you look at our programs? Ooh, okay. Feel that's been pretty relevant throughout the times. Yeah, that's true. We can never not live in the environment. That's a good point. Okay, so we've got some different programs here. Okay. Sustainability. Oh, when pursuing a chemistry degree, that's interesting. Give you a couple of minutes. It's just nice to know. And feel free to answer this after too. We always like to know what draws you to environments. And as you can see, no one else can see the answers or who submitted the answers.
Okay, so we'll give it another minute and then just for everyone to get onto the website and putting their stuff in, and then we'll move on to the next thing. Okay, so let's start talking about the Faculty of Environment. Your guys' answers were great, but the Faculty of Environment at Waterloo is one of the oldest and the largest faculties in Ontario that's dedicated specifically to the environment. So it's made up of a great group of people, whether it's the students, staff, faculty, or researchers, everyone has common goals. So when the faculty was first started in 1969, it was over 50 years ago. It was based on a dream that we as a faculty continue to chase today. So we want to make the world a more sustainable place, whether that's environmentally, socially, or in terms of economic prosperity. We're on a mission to do something better for the world that we live in. So environment students are committed to building sustainable futures for humanity. And because of this, our students connect and bond with each other well and on kind of a different level. Being part of a faculty where all of our programs have similar themes, it allows us to be the most active and tight-knit faculty on campus. So we offer 10 unique undergraduate programs spanning a variety of disciplines. They're all kind of focused on sustainability and making a positive change in the world. So you can learn how to have a positive impact locally through your classes or globally with different experiences, which I'll touch on later. And the programs that we have range from climate and environmental change to urban planning to geomatics. So there's a wide range and there's something for everyone. All of our programs are direct entry. So that means that as soon as you're admitted into the school and start learning, you can begin specializing in your field and focusing on what matters most to you. The classroom is where you'll make some of your strongest connections with your peers and your professors. Our professors make up 25 different disciplines, so you know that when you're in there, you're going to be learning to tackle issues from various perspectives and various fields. We're very interdisciplinary faculty, which means that you have a lot of choice and can really focus on what interests you the most. So many of our programs give you the flexibility to pick interesting electives. You can take a minor. We have options, diplomas, or certificates that all can align with your interests and complement what you're studying. So another thing that we offer through the classroom is experiential learning. And in the Faculty of Environment especially, you're going to find that a lot of your learning will take place outside of the classroom, even sometimes off campus. So as students of the world, we want to make sure that you're getting out there to gain relevant and hands-on experience. We found that most students who are going into the Faculty of Environment are interested in that. And all of our programs intentionally incorporate experiential learning opportunities. So make sure if you're coming to March Break Open House, you guys can talk to your program representatives that are at the booths and they'll find out, you can find out where your learning can take you. So I am going to give you a few examples of some of the experiential learning options that we have. The first thing is our undergraduate research facility, which is the ecology lab. So this is where you'll take at least one course, if not more, and they also host fun workshops. They've hosted winter survival skills, soap making, really fun things. The class that everyone is most likely to take is ENVS 200. It's field ecology, and it's a really base level ecology course that takes you out. You get to do fun activities like go in the creek, learn how to identify trees, super fun things like that. And the lab also offers a variety of field and laboratory equipment for your course or research needs. And with these like state-of-the-art, top quality items, you know that you're getting hands-on experience with actual tools that are used in the workplace. The next thing that we have that kind of incorporates experiential learning are field courses. So it depends on where you went to school, but some people have never heard of field courses. They're an amazing way to see the concepts that you've learned in the classroom actually in action outside in the real world. So our geography and environmental management program offers a number of really cool field courses. Professor Sanjay Nepal teaches a course on interdisciplinary studies on alpine environments, and his group of students travel through the Himalayas to trek to the base camp of Mount Everest. So these students are spending 3 weeks in Nepal conducting research, observing the region's unique landforms, and learning about the impacts of tourism on both the land and the people. Professor Christine Dow has led a field course called the Arctic Cruise, where her and her students boarded the National Geographic's One Ocean vessel. And this spring, students in Geog 430, which is taught by Brent Overstein, is heading to Bali to study current issues and problems related to hazards, disasters, climate change adaptation, and sustainability. So these field courses are a great way to further your learning, and they're offered across almost all of the environment programs. So it's a super interesting thing if you like to travel and you want to get your education while you're doing it. But going to university is about more than what you'll learn. It's about being part of a community where you feel engaged, supported, and a sense of belonging. So as I mentioned earlier, environment students connect easily regardless of their program. You can connect through class, or a lot of environment students connect by living at United College, which has the environment living learning community. So you'll find that our students here don't just talk the talk when it comes to environmentalism and sustainability. The students here are walking the walk. They're responsible for many of the sustainability initiatives on campus. For example, the campus compost program, the farmers market, and Invigorate. Invigorate is an annual festival full of workshops like terrarium making, student research, and a swap shop. So all of these fun events allow us to live our values by running these things. We also have a student-run coffee shop that's a volunteer run. It serves affordable Rainforest Alliance certified coffee, and they have some great cookies and pastries down there too. It's not only a great spot to refuel in between classes, but also to connect with students and professors. It's connected to our environment student lounge, so it's a great place to work and meet people. So the Faculty of Environment has a lot of faculty pride. Everyone has interests that align with each other, and you could meet like a research partner, a best friend. It's kind of mostly what you're interested in. You're going to meet more than just environment students though. Coming here, you're becoming a Waterloo warrior, and whether it's through our recreation program where you join an intramural team, or if you're joining one of our over 200 clubs, you're going to find really smart and really engaged, fun people on this campus. The city of Waterloo is also incredibly student-friendly. We have Laurier down the street and Conestoga College just a little bit further. So a third of Waterloo's city population is students, which makes this a great place to live and study. They've really catered the city around the fact that they have a large student population. So whether it's on campus or off campus, you're going to be having fun here. Next is probably what everyone's stressing about the most. I know that when I was going into school, I was really stressed about finances, scholarships, things like that. So what we want to do what we can to help you fund your education. And the first thing that you'll experience that through is entrance scholarships. So I have this little thing here, this table. Environment students with an admission average of 85% or higher will receive an entrance scholarship from the university starting at $1,000. And then the Faculty of Environment is going to give you some additional funds on top of that. The amount goes up with your average. So if you have a 95% or above, you could receive up to $4,000 just from the school. So hopefully that's a motivation for you to keep up with your high school studies over the last few months. I know it's hard and you're in the final stretch. So you don't need to apply to these scholarships. You'll be considered automatically based on your admission average, and you'll be able to see the amount offered to you on your Quest account by May, if not sooner. So your Quest account is your U Waterloo email. And we do have some additional scholarships that are application based. The application form is open and you have until April 12th to submit these. We have the Dean's Scholarship for Excellence, which is $7,500, and we award it up to 4 students. There's another 10 $4,000 scholarships for the Environment Engagement Award. And for those of you applying to International Development, one of our programs, you can apply for a $10,000 scholarship for that program. So to make it simple for you, we've curated one application that can be used for all 4 scholarships. The link is included in the email that we sent you, or that we sent to you at the beginning of April, or you can find it through this link that's on the screen here. And these applications are open now. So make sure you've completed your admission information form. That was something that you could have submitted when you were applying, and have at least an 85% admission average. So if you answer the complete questions on the application form by April 12th, you'll be considered for these scholarships. Now, I know I've covered a lot of stuff, but you already have some homework. So here are the next steps for you guys to do after this presentation. Firstly, you guys can come on Saturday to our March break open house and meet our professors and students. If you're not able to, if you live too far or you can't make it, that's all right. We have a virtual tour of the environment buildings up on our YouTube channel, which we'll have listed at the end. So you guys can go check that out. Next, you should accept your offer of admission. We still have a lot to make yet, so if you haven't heard from us or gotten one from us yet, there's no need to panic. It probably means that we're waiting for a little more grade information from you. These could come from midterm grades for the second semester, and we'll likely make a small round later in March, but the bulk of our offers will be made in early May. All of our programs or all of our offers that we send out are conditional, and nothing's official until June 1st. So again, a lot of time, you still have a lot of time if you haven't heard yet, and you don't need to fear that we're filling up all of our programs. There will still be space. So continue to ensure that you meet or even exceed our admission requirements, and there's a good chance we'll be sending you an offer. So we need you guys to accept your offer of admission, especially by June 1st. Courses and all of that fun stuff happens after June 1st. So that's kind of when you want to be in the know by. And also housing, if you're considering living on campus, the deadline for that is also June 1st. The third thing is apply to our scholarships, even if you don't have an offer yet. And even if you're unsure if this is where you want to be, it's a great chance to have a little more motivation. And you plus some free money is always nice. So those are, reminder, due by April 12th. So now you have a lot of time to make your decision still. If you have more questions, you guys can answer them into the Q&A and we will answer them live. So any big questions that you have now, we can get sent this way and get them answered. Also, if no one has specific questions, then here's all of our contacts and resources. So this email that's listed here, it'll be me responding if you have any questions and you don't want them to be answered here. You can follow us on Instagram, which is where I do the scoop with my coworker, go around and interviewing environment students. YouTube is where you'll find the virtual tour. And yeah, there's a lot of fun ways to get involved even before you're on campus. So we'll see if any more questions come into the Q&A here.
Okay, so let me put this on. We just got a question about course selection. So as Hannah mentioned, that happens after you accept your offer. That will be happening more in June. That's when you can expect to get some emails about that. And depending on the program, sorry, I was just reading the question again. Sorry, depending on the program, there may be some courses that you have to take in your first term, although most of them usually have at least one elective. So don't worry about that yet. You can start, I mean, feel free to look at our website. If you really want to start looking at courses, reach out to us at the envinfo@uwaterloo.ca, and we can kind of put you in the right direction, give you a link to check out, but you really don't have to worry about that yet. That's something that will come later. So we will give you the information as you need it. I did have a question a while ago about, people planning vacations. So they're just wondering when everything starts. The first day of classes is September 6th. And then the week before that, into the first week of classes, you have orientation. So orientation typically starts the Saturday before. So yeah, just plan on that if you are planning vacation. Job opportunities from the environment faculty. So you probably heard what Hannah was saying. We have a very broad range of programs. So it's hard to just kind of give that information just for the environment faculty. Another part is too, it's so interdisciplinary, and it's kind of nice because you can go anywhere with a degree from environment. It's really putting that sustainability focus on things. And you could be anything from a planner to a pilot to a consultant. Like, there are so many different areas you can get into. You can continue with research. So it really depends on which program you're looking at. If you shoot us an email, then we can give you a little bit more information. If you're going to the March break open house, we actually have a little bit more information on our one-page flyers, just to give you an idea. But really, it's so broad. It's really whatever you want it to be, which I know is a very vague answer, but we just have some very specialized programs that are more professional. And then we have some that are just more of just a very flexible degree. So with like a geography and environmental management, you have a lot of options even within that degree. So you can make it more physical geography or more human geography. You can add on another major. So it really just depends what you end up studying. And that's the thing too. I mean, you don't have to know in your first year going in. You can decide that after your first year, you might be more interested in a certain area. So then you might be looking more at the career opportunities then. But yeah, I mean, we can definitely discuss that if you come to March break open house, or if you shoot us an email. We can also meet one-on-one if you really want a discussion and you have some questions that you just need answered. Just like I said, email us at that envinfo@uwaterloo.ca, and we can talk about that more. Okay, do we have any other questions? All right, well, I'm going to stop recording here.